Hey, I'm Andy Aledort. In this edition of In Deep, we're going to be talking about how to create harmonized guitar solos. We're going to start with a melodic line and add one harmony line on top of that line. And then we're going to add another harmony line on top of that. So we'll have a melody that's harmonized by two more lines. And then we'll add a fourth line. So we'll have four solo single note lines together, a melody, and three harmony lines on top of that. Here we go. All right, let's start with our rhythm part. I have this part like this. It's sort of a voodoo child. It's in E. This is like a vamp in E, and it's along the lines of Jimi Hendrix Voodoo Child kind of groove. So you have this. All right, so there it is in the looper. So I put it in the looper, and then the idea is that as I play, I can play melodies over that rhythm part and add my licks, my melody, and then my harmonized lines to it. So for example, for those of you who may not be familiar with using looper, I have my little 2-bar rhythm part in the looper, and I can play licks. This is a ditto looper too, so I have a designated off button. So what I'm going to do is I'll play a line, a 2-bar melody, capture it in the looper, and then we'll add more lines as we go along. So I'll let the rhythm part go around one time, and then I'll add this lick. Here we go. Okay, so the lick I added, that's my melody. Like that. So Albert King, 2-step bend, and then a half-step bend release. So when I hit the looper again, you're going to hear the rhythm part and the melody. All right, so the idea now is to add another line that's going to harmonize this. And the way I'm going to do these harmonies is based on thirds. So if I started on, we're in the key of E, I started on G, I have to go to the third that's above that, diatonic to the scale everything's going to be based on. So in this case, you could call it Dorian, which would be, or you could call it Mixolydian. The two are the same, except Dorian has a minor third, G, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, E. Mixolydian has G sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp. The reason it's either is because this minor third, in the blues, it often gets pushed to the major third. Okay, so if I'm going to go a third above that starting note, I have to start from the fifth. So this would be the line I would play. Okay, so that line I added was so here is harmonized with, so they're sort of like, and then was the original one from E. This is here. So you end up with something like this. If you played it on one guitar. And then I ended the first one. So since this goes down to the fourth, to the minor third, the other ones are going to go like that. Like that. So you end up with something like this. If you did it on one guitar. Alright, so now we have to go a third above there to play our next harmony line. And that would sound like this. Okay, so that was so the most important thing to remember is we started from the third, that was the melody. And then the first harmony started a third higher. And then the second harmony, or the third line, starts a third higher than that. And because this is a two-step bend, the other ones have to be two-step bends too. And then the rest of the notes follow suit. It's called parallel harmony. It stays, everything stays thirds apart, whether it's a minor third or major third. All right, now let's add the last part. So to go a third higher than this note, we have to go to an F sharp up there. And I will add that line right now. So here we go. Alright, so that last one we're up on the ninth. So it ends up joining the first one at the end, just so it stays within the scale. We don't get notes that are clashing against each other, because this is starting on the minor third, but then the next one is starting here, so it's unusual. But it would sound too clashy if the end of it was also like seconds apart, or ninths apart, I should say. So one more time, you have the main leg. So you want to set up a solid rhythm part to harmonize over. Then you want to play a very recognizable melody. And then you want to just add lines that are a third above. And that's how you stack harmonized guitar lines.